You know where you are?
This is Nollywood Pictures too.
If she were to be a man, I would have made sure she becomes the next king.
But this one, the prince is treating her like this. She'll feel bad.
Don't mind that idiot. Look, the king has told us his plans. If that boy is not careful enough, the king will revoke every authority he has and give it to the two princesses. Yes.
Oh no, I greet you. There's trouble. The king is down.
What? What happened?
Not too long ago, the prince and Princess Ego were fighting. So the king wanted to settle them, but he slummed. So he said I should tell you that we should tell the whole villagers to be present at the palace with their candles.
Candles?
Yes, candles.
Come. What are they going to use the candle for?
Say this for prayers. They will be going around telling people.
It's okay. I will alert the elders about this development, and I will soon be in the palace.
Okay, I'll be on my way now.
Papa, you see? Eh? You see? Eh? How can he be fighting with a girl? What kind of a prince is he? Eh? Ha!
That boy will be in trouble if anything happens to the king. If anything happens to the king.
My people, we have all gathered here tonight to pray for the speedy recovery of the king who is lying sick at the hospital. For we know that healing comes from God alone. We do not need to spend extravagantly to get him well. We don't need to fly him abroad to waste resources and fly him across the seas before he can get well. Because the God we serve is a God of signs and wonders. If he could raise the dead, then he can heal the king. Because the Bible lets us know that prayers answer all things. By the word of God, we are gathered in faith to declare that nothing shall happen to our king. We would not need to spend so much money on drugs. We would not need to waste so much money paying for his admission. We have to pray so that he gets well and not stay in the hospital to accumulate more bill. Open your mouth and pray. Pray. Prayers. Pray. If it's to finish all the food in the kitchen, you will know how to do that. Elders, pray. This is no time to discuss kola nut and schnapps. I said open your mouth and pray. Open. Mates, pray. Guards, pray. I said open your mouth and pray. Don't murmur. If you were to eat all the food in the palace now, you open your mouth wide and swallow. Elders, open your mouth. Now pray. Elders, pray. This is no time to discuss kola nut and schnapps. You know how to open your mouth to demand for a salary and increase. Do that for your king. Pray. Pray. Pray.
That our company given 5,000 money for the British
Pray. We shall not spend palace resources to heal him.
Doctor said your father needs to be flown abroad for proper medical checkup. I don't know how we're going to do it without the prince knowing.
Mother, so how are we supposed to get the money? Do you think Fiza will approve of it.
And why won't he approve of it? The man we speak of is his father. And he alone has access to the money. So he has to bring it. Father needs to be well. If it happens that he doesn't want to bring the money, I will bring my own money.
No,
it's fine.
Don't worry. Don't bring the money. Use your own. Buy the car. You need it.
I cannot think of buying myself a car when father is ill. I can bring the money when he becomes fine, then he can give me back.
Don't worry. Find a way of doing it, okay? Don't worry. Just that I don't want to let the prince know.
Of course not, but what did he mention the amount needed?
He hasn't said anything yet.
It's so funny. You are the heir apparent to the throne. You have the money. Father has given you access to the whole money, so why won't you bring it to take care of your father? Now that they do this thing, if left for me, I will teach this guy a lesson he will never forget. What kind of nonsense is this? I will just handle and wear. Whenever just they do can, they do princess, they do queen. I not me personally, I don't fit take can. I don't take can. We
have found ourselves in this situation already. We don't know what else to do than to take it easy with him, so we don't have more problems.
It's fine. Whatever you say. Okay. So how can I be? We've not heard from mom, and we don't even know how daddy's faring. Not fine. I just feel bad. I understand. I feel bad. I feel bad too. But then again, let's commit everything into the hands of God, please. Nothing will happen to him. Nothing will happen to daddy.
My girls.
How is daddy?
Where is your brother?
He's not around. He's not around. Please, how is dad?
Are you sure?
Is there any problem?
What I'm about to tell you right now, I don't want Fiza to know. I don't want him to hear just like this of it. Please keep it to yourselves, alright?
Lolo told us his body has been deposited in the mortuary. What is sad news?
Yes, because the doctor said he needs to be there as soon as possible.
Can you imagine that, my elders? Without me even getting to see the body of my late father.
Fiza, what would you have done if you see him? Maybe if you get to the mortuary and they say they charged so amount, you say it is too expensive.
No, mother, I'm not talking about money now. That's not the issue here. These days, corpses are no longer put in mortuaries. That era has phased away. It has phased out. When someone dies these days, you bury the person immediately and proceed to plan for the funeral.
No, Prince. No, not at all. Honestly, this your way of life is really getting me angry. We are talking about the king here, not the commoner.
Is the king not a human being?
King is a human being. King is not buried like that.
Really?
Yes.
You want us to leave him in the mortuary perpetually, so that in no time they'll bring us one exorbitant bill to pay? Will you provide money for that? Will you provide the money for that? Anyways, if you insist his body stays in the mortuary for whatever reason you guys have, fine. But it must not exceed 1 week. No, my prince. It will exceed no week.
The period of an Igwe is not like the period of a commoner.
Prince, we have not come to that. That is the discussion for tomorrow. All you need to know is that no villager will hear that the king is no more.
Why are we keeping the death of the king a secret to the villagers? Does father belong to a secret cult?
What?
Did you initiate him in any confraternity?
Why don't we let them know so they begin now to prepare on how to contribute money towards his burial?
My prince, whose contribution? The villagers to contribute to bury your father?
Oh, he is now my father. He is no longer your king. All the while you were coming into this palace to wine and dine with him, he was your king. All the while he placed all of you on salaries, he was your king. He was your king.
Now it is time to bury him. He's now my father. Is that it?
Fraser, keep quiet. Let him tell you.
No, tell them the truth.
Shut up! Let him tell you what to do.
Okay, tell me what to do.
The prince of our land, you will have to buy a horse. A huge one. A costly royal robe. You will mount on the horse, go round the communities, and announce to them about the death of the king.
Let me pretend as though I did not hear what you just said. I will buy a horse.
Yes.
For real, I will buy a horse?
Yes. Huge one.
Do you know how much a horse costs?
I don't.
Have you ever seen a horse?
Oh, yes.
And I will buy one.
That is our tradition.
And I will buy a costly royal robe. And I will buy a horse, mount on it, and go around the village and announce to the villagers that my father has died.
That is our tradition.
Look at your mouth. Look at the mouth with which you're telling me that is your trouble.
Prince!
Don't tell me, Prince! That's the Onowu!
You are talking to Onowu.
Then?
My prince, stop.
You are going to buy those items. You know why? If you don't buy them, first, you will not be crowned the king.
Bam! That will not happen.
Secondly, your father, the king, will not be buried.
That's not possible.
Very possible.
Can I not make that announcement mounting on a motorcycle?
My prince, bicycle.
What is funny? Why are you laughing as though I've said something stupid? Do I look like a comedian?
How can you make the announcement of the death of your father, the king, on a motorcycle? How? King?
And what is wrong with that?
So many things are wrong with it.
Anyways, this issue is finalized and closed. Next on the agenda.
John, why did you die now? Why now? Why? Say. Now that your daughter's supposed to enjoy you, both of you supposed to stay together. Why did you die now? Why, John? How will my daughter survive this? With this stingy boy they called Prince in the palace. Oh, Chineke. Oh, Igwe. Hey, John. Hey.
Mama, is it because of what I told you on the phone? Mama, can you stop? If I didn't tell you this on the phone, would you be doing this? Please. I came all the way because I do not want you to cry and get sick. You're the only one I have now. Please. I'm begging you.
Now you're supposed to be enjoying with your father. Oh, John, look at the monthly money he said he will be giving me. I will eat well, and now John, I wanna. John is dead. Why, Mama? Why?
Okay,
why,
okay,
John?
okay.
Why?
Mama. Enough already. Enough. Oh, Mama, because isn't them? Oh, enough.
So, what would we be needing for the burial ceremony?
The Prince of our land. The elders are seated here with you in a meeting. Not even a kola nut. Too bad.
While we are mourning my father, have you seen the kind of elders we have? Is this how you behave?
Prince,
Elder,
Kola Nut and Shinap are supposed to be here.
That's my tradition.
We are old men. We need to pray before we start the meeting. Our ancestors are waiting to receive our prayers for our lost brother.
My elders, please, we are sorry. Pardon our manners. Let me send for us.
Send for what, Mama? Anyone they demand, you want to give it to them. Is that how you do? So this place is now a bank vault where they come and take anything they want to take. Do the ancestors eat kola nut?
Yes.
Do they drink snap?
Yes.
Let us go straight to the point of this meeting, please. Please.
Very well then. The Prince of our land. You know, this is the final ofala and burial of our late king, your father. The governor of the state will be here. You are aware that the governor was close to your late father. Commissioners will be here. And some ministers may as well come. So we have to prepare very well for them.
Did my father hold any political office? Was father a member of the governor's cabinet? Okay, so what would we be needing to entertain this myriad of people you just mentioned?
We will need 18 cows.
Huh?
Yes. 18 cows. Yes. I say fat ones. Fat goats. Bags of rice. Schnapps.
Foreign ones.
For your information, foreign schnapps. For elders. Hennessy. For governors, commissioners, ministers, and traditional rulers.
Moet
for the youth, because their blood is hot. So, these are part of the things, and of course, yes, we need bags of apple, abaji, and 4 million naira to crown it up.
Where did father recruit these vultures from into his cabinet?
Vultures.
And who will eat the 18 cows?
The governors, the traditional rulers,
and the elders.
The elders?
And of course, the people that will come. Now I have seen the reason you have been frequenting this palace. Vultures indeed. Vultures, that's what they are. Do you know what 18 cows are? No, you should have told me. You should have told me you have plans of going back to your homes each with 1 cow after my father's burial.
And what is wrong with that?
Is that it? The idea is for you to come here and eat as... Look at this one. He has slept already. Look at his tummy. This is the result of all the cows he's been eating in people's houses. You want to add ours to that tummy.
Why wouldn't he sleep when you are denying us of our rights?
You want to come here and eat more so that this balloon will go and sleep in another person's house. Then you pay $1 million. Is that it? So I should go and open a ranch and buy 18 cows for you to come. It's a wicked worker. Prince, do you know how much 4 million naira is?
Prince, for goodness sake. Like I said, you are getting me angry the more. That you left the chores of this country to another land has not made you a different person.
Of course.
You left this country for that place. You are still an African.
Tell him. Tell him the truth.
The burial of your father can never be different. You will have to prepare big for it. Else, you will see none of us.
Hey, this aka gum attitude of his will not work.
Let me also.
The fewer, the merrier.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Prince,
We shall see.
let me remind you, history will not forgive us for not taking good decision, but history will ever forgive us for taking one.
Okay then, let me give my submission on this whole brouhaha. I have decided that the total amount of money we are going to spend on my father's burial and last Ofala put together is 800,000 naira.
800,000 naira or pounds?
800,000 naira. If you have any other thing to add on top of it, if there's need for more money, you can contribute amongst yourself and top it. But that is what will come from the coffers of this palace. I'm out of here. Mom, are you still here? 800,000, nothing more, nothing less.
No. I don't think this man is... Oh, just leave Mr. Brouhaha alone.
Atani. Oba. I will never allow that boy to mess the burial of our king up. I will show him who I am. So that little boy is planning to mess the burial of our king up. I will never allow that. So long as I am the Onowu of this kingdom, I will never allow that to happen.
I'm not at this one. I'm not at this one. Lolo told me personally. He saw him took Igwe's checkbook. I'm here talking. Imagine that. That's my boy. That's my boy. No, do something. Do something about it. This burial of the king.
Have you seen? Have you seen? We have to get across to the other elders. We all need to sit down and have a meeting over this. If we allow that boy to defeat us that day, it will be a shame on the whole of us. The dignitaries that will come will ask a question. Are there no elders around this boy?
Wait, Atani. I will never allow it to happen. I will not do it. Unless I am not the Onowu of this kingdom. I will make sure that we are in charge. Hi! Who is he? Because he came back from London.
The funniest thing is the way he looks at people.
With his onokomita.
As if he's looking for
My people, I, Prince Feza Ezennia, the head of affairs of the palace, and by the grace of God, the crown prince of this kingdom, hereby announces to you the passing of my father, Igwe Mkpume Nwabara Ezennia.
Prince, stop that! I said stop! Stop! What do you think you are doing? What do you think you are doing here?
What do you mean in nine? And I'm a Kuzukaka prince. Or am I still talking like a prince?
If you don't want the spirit of your father to strike you dead, come down from that motorcycle and go back home. If you are ready to do it according to our tradition and custom, then you have to do it right.
How? Let me ask you. What is your interest in that horse? That horse that you are hammering that I get a horse, get a horse. What is your interest in it? Eh? Why is it that I must get a horse before I make an announcement about my father's passing? The idea is it not for me to notify the people that my father has passed? Is that not exactly what I am doing now? Is the horse going to make the announcement? Horse on a kuoku. Percentage on when he made that horse. You asked me to go and wear a princely attire and make the announcement. This is what I'm putting on. I have gotten it. Do you know what it took me to go into Onitsha market, Waterside, and get this? Now you are still not satisfied. Ibu is mad.
I will be foolish to stand here and talk with you. Wait,
go away! You think I'm afraid of you? Akikpa! I am not afraid of you. Let me tell you. You will not taste that horse meat. I can't go in this kingdom. As far as I am in charge of palace affairs, none of you will squander anything again in my presence. Go and tell them that I made the announcement. He will tell the rest. Mother, what is going on here?
A surprise for you, Feza.
Why do you keep doing this? What party have you invited these vultures again for? What is all this? Why?
Feza, don't worry. Why are you calling vultures?
Look at them!
Please don't mind.
I hope you did not buy any extra drinks today.
Don't worry, you see your beautiful present.
Father, you're alive?
Of course I am alive. Did you think I was dead? Of course not. Ezenaya Feza. You wouldn't know that I was paying the doctor for all those drugs that sustained me. Would you know that? No, you wouldn't. As you wouldn't know a whole lot of things that happened when you were busy chasing people here and there. That's how you wanted to keep the people I left for you. Listen, Naya.
Father.
So your plan was to bury your father like a pauper, like a man without means. That was your plan. That was your plan. Ooh. Bury me without gunshots, without cows, without merriment, without drinking. That's how you wanted to bury your father, a king. Oh. Tell me, was it all about money?
I honestly did not mean to hurt anybody. I was just trying to save money. You know, sometimes when we go broke, people...
Really? Is that so?
Yes, Father.
To save money? And you were bent on treating people the way you did? How would you feel if I announce here that I have revoked all your titles, all your entitlements, here and now?
Please.
Ah.
Please don't do this. Please.
Father, you...
My husband.
You cannot do this to me, Father. I'm begging you. Please don't. Please. Father, don't do this to me. I was only trying to save money. My elders, please help me and beg him.
I already have.
No, Father, please help me in begging him, please.
I already have.
Please don't do it.
You cease to be the heir apparent to my throne.
Ah, Father, no,
my throne
no,
is
no,
going
no, no.
to my princess, Ego.
No.
Father, you cannot.
That's it.
No, you can't take my
That's where
entitlement.
we go.
Father, please, he was doing the right thing the wrong way.
You can't give my entitlement to someone else, Father. Please, no.
Father, please forgive him. He's still your son, please.
Igwe Ezenkume. One.
Igwe is one man. Please, on his behalf, I want to plead with you. Forgive him. Please forgive him.
Igwe, please, forgive him. Let us thank God you are alive.
Thank you.
I believe he acted out of youthful exuberance.
Yes, you are a good man. You are wise.
Temper justice with mercy.
Thank you.
Igwe, please.
You are a good man. Yes, he has wisdom. I was just a child. You are a good man. You are a good man.
Father, please pardon him.
Please.
Wow.
That's there. Igwe, please.
Please.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Sir.
Elders, my people.
Igwe.
I want to tell all of you. I want to announce it. State it loud and clear that the food you eat can never make you poor.
At all.
And when you take food, you drink on top of it.
Yes.
God Almighty, whoever God Almighty has blessed must use his God-given wealth for the benefit of the people.
Yes. Yes.
People around him must know that God has blessed him.
Yes.
Feel it.
I know.
I forgive you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Igwe.
Thank you, Father.
Igwe, thank you.
Let this
celebration begin. Yes!
Can we drink now?
We can drink and get on the
Can we eat now? We can drink
Yes!
now. We can eat.
Bring the wine, the food, everything.
Life is not for money. Onye ọbụla na-abịa ife nke onye dị